So this is very new for me now because I'm starting this project in English. And I really hope that you will be able to understand my English with my Polish accent. I want to talk with you about if you have right to live after losing contact with your child. I'm working for years already with alienated parents and with people who are in very high divorce conflict. I'm working a lot with parents of parental kidnapped kids. They don't let themselves to live life. They don't let themselves. So this topic of this podcast now is very close to my heart, very close to my heart. And I want to ask you a question. Do you think that you have the right to live a full life even if you are being separated from your child or you were separated from your child? Even if you have lost contact, even if you lost custody, even if your child was parental kidnapped. And I want to give you an answer. I believe that you will answer yourself, but I want to give you my answer after working with alienated parents of kidnapped kids, children for already 14 years, almost 15. I want to give you an answer, and the answer is that yes, you have the right to live your life, to feel joy again, to feel like a human being, not only to survive another day, but really to live that life, to love that life, even after the deepest pain, even after huge trauma, even after huge conflict and huge injustice, you still have the right to have a good life. Let me say that again. You have the right to have a good life, to live a good life. You are not just a parent of your child. You are not just someone who needs to stay in pain to show the pain. Because I know that people are asking you, how are you doing? And you feel like you have to answer, oh, I'm in such a huge pain. I don't know how to survive and I cannot live without my child. It's impossible to live for me without him, without her, without them. And this is what they expect from you. This is what people around you expect from you. This is what they want to hear because they don't know your pain. They don't know your trauma. They don't know your healing process, and they don't know how is it to be an alienated parent. How is it to also be a human being who is trying to survive day by day. You are much more than the court decisions. You are much more than your custody over your child. You are much more than your ex-parent lies. You are more than the system's silence, the injustice. Even if you try to show everyone how painful it is for you to not be in the life of your child, even if you try to show them how much pain you have inside you because of the loss of your child. You will never be able to make 100% of these people happy with the answer. Some of them will say, oh yes, she's in pain, she's almost not able to survive her life because she doesn't have her child back. The other will say, oh, she's so weak because she doesn't know anymore how to enjoy the life. Or he doesn't know what to do with his life because he doesn't have his kids back. He's not a man, he's just a boy because he doesn't know how to handle life. And I know that you are asking yourself these questions, and I know that people are asking you about these things. I know that. I know these questions. Hey, how can I live when I don't even know where my child is? How can I live when my child thinks that I have abandoned him? Am I really allowed to be happy while my child is hurting or he is being lied to? And I really truly understand you because I have been there. That guilt, that pain, that feeling of being frozen at time. Oh, I know this so well, being frozen, feeling so frozen in life that you really don't know where to go and how to live and what to do with your life. You don't know if you are strong enough to wake up tomorrow morning. And I know that you feel like you are not allowed to move then to the next day. I know that it feels like you are losing your child even more if you try to live your life. You feel like your life stopped already, like there is nothing more to live because your connection with your child has been stolen. And I want to tell you the truth. Living life is not being not loyal to your child. Loving yourself is not letting your child go, forgetting about your child. Healing doesn't mean that you are forgetting about your child. You don't stop loving your child just because you smile again. You don't stop being a parent just because the system says so. You don't stop caring about your child just because you get up in the morning with a smile on your face. And let me tell you some powerful words which I didn't hear from people when I was really in my worst moments. Trauma doesn't get the last word. Divorce doesn't define you forever. Family conflict doesn't mean your life has to end. Mm-mm. Yes, I know that you are going through hell, and I know that you don't even know the words who can describe how much pain you feel. But you're still here. You're still here. And that means that you have or you can have a really beautiful life and you can create a very beautiful life for yourself, for your child, for a new you. And people will always try to judge you. They will always look for something wrong about you. They will always try to find something to give you even more pain. And they will say, how can you smile when your child is gone? Or how dare you live a normal life after losing custody over your child. But these people doesn't understand. They don't know the nights you have cried. They don't see the letters you never sent. They don't feel the hole in your heart, which you have every day. You don't have to prove anything to anyone, and you don't have to show people how much you are suffering. You don't have to stay in pain just to prove that you care about your child. You are allowed to choose your life. And I'm not saying this with easy heart. I'm not saying this on an easy way. There are moments that you feel very broken in thousand millions of pieces. I know that. There are days when getting out of bed is a victory. There are birthdays, holidays, and weekends that crush you inside. But those moments, don't mean that you are weak. They mean that you are a human being. You are just a human. And they don't cancel your right to create something very beautiful again. Here's what I believe. And here's what I really, truly, truly believe. My dogs. You can be a parent in pain. You can. And you still can grow a business. You still can find love. You still can dance again. You can breathe without guilt. Because that's not forgetting your child. That's not showing them that you don't care. That's showing them that you survived. That even after this injustice, you stayed true to love. Oh, that's so beautiful. And your child may not see it now. And I know it makes pain. But maybe they were lied to. Maybe they were taken. Maybe they are too young to understand. Maybe they are being manipulated. Maybe they are being programmed. But one day, they will ask, what happened to my other parent? And I know that you want to be able to say, I never stopped loving you. And I never stopped living because I wanted to be strong in case you ever come back to me. You living life is not selfish. It's not selfish. It's kind of a preparation. It's strength to survive. It's love in action. Because one day your child may need you. Not broken, not bitter, but whole, grounded, ready. So I want to say this to every parent, every alienated parent, every parent out there who has been erased, silenced, or alienated. You have the right to heal. You have the right to live fully. You have the right to create life after trauma. You have the right to joy, even if the pain still exists. You didn't choose this pain. You didn't ask for this pain. But you can choose life. You can choose what to do with that pain. It's your decision, and you are not alone, because there are thousands of parents in that situation. Parents who are still standing, parents who are still breathing, parents who are still hoping. And together we rewrite the story from victims to survivors, from broken to bold, from erased to seen. So please, please live, don't give up. Because your life really matters. Because your child deserves a parent who is still alive inside. And because you deserve a second chance. You and your child deserve a second chance. You and your child deserve a second chance. And I want to thank you for listening, and I really hope that you were able to understand my English. It's my first podcast which I'm doing in English, and I was not using this language for a long time. Your healing is not the end of your parenting. It's the beginning of your power. It can be the beginning of your power which you have inside. And your child needs you. Your child didn't forget about you. And you are not forgetting about your child just because you are choosing to live your life fully. Thank you once again for being here with me. Thank you.